It was supposed to be a war, but what we got was a statement. Diego Lopes didn't just beat Jean Silva, he silenced him, and then flipped off his entire corner while doing it. But that's just the beginning. Terence Crawford pulled off the impossible. Ilia Topuria wants to box? Let's get into the most chaotic fight weekend in recent memory. Diego Lopes showed up at UFC Noche with one goal, to remind the world who he is, and he did it in violent fashion. A spinning elbow that looked like something straight out of a video game. Jean Silva collapsed, and the crowd erupted. But Lopes wasn't done. He jumped on the cage and flipped off Silva's team. Why? According to Diego, Silva's corner had been talking trash all week.
And you jumped up on the cage, you were flipping off some people. What was that about?
This is your training partners, no? It's like before I entered in the octagon, the coachman put the vaccine in my face. Your partner, your training partner talk a lot. It's like, oh, you died today. This guy kill you. You suck. Sorry, guys. You sucks. This guy knock you out. Like talk a lot of bad words, you know. Yeah, after this, okay. It's okay, you know. But after I finish the fight, I go to face your training partners. Sorry, I show my things for these guys.
That's not the worst thing we've ever seen, don't worry.
Maybe train more. Talk less, he said with a smirk at the press conference.
What advice would you give him now that he suffered his first loss in the UFC?
¿Qué consejo le darías a él ahora que ya perdió su primer pelea en UFC?
I don't know. Maybe train more. Talk less, train more.
And the MMA world had something to say about it. Danny Gay said, "That was crazy." Terence McKinney tweeted, "Spinning elbows are trending now." Aljamain Sterling, he's already calling for a shot, saying he's still the best and wants Lopes next. Even Henry Cejudo declared it Fight of the Year. And Stephen Thompson, he called Diego's chin one of the hardest in the UFC. Brutal praise from the Wonder Boy. Nasruddin Imavov didn't hold back either. Talk less next time, little man. But perhaps the most honest reaction came from Alexander Volkanovski. Volk posted a video right after the fight. He was shocked at how dominant Diego looked, especially in round one.
But I thought, Jean Silva might land big on him early and then maybe tire and then Diego maybe come in them later rounds or something like that. I didn't expect him to just grab a hold of him and just almost ragdoll him, you know. I don't mean that any disrespect to Jean Silva, but quite surprising how sort of easy it was for Diego to control him. And what happened in the second round when he started getting tagged, that's what I thought would happen in the early round, in the first round. I thought John would start landing big shots and things like that. I thought maybe Diego could have done a little bit more because he was like staying in the pocket, like right in firing range, but not firing, which surprised me. I know he wanted to be maybe a little bit more patient, but I thought maybe be a bit more patient at a better range.
Beautiful Volk even hinted at a possible rematch, saying he'd wait to see what the UFC decides. And considering how much the promotion loves violence, it's not off the table. But then came the emotional footage. Backstage, Jean Silva was captured in tears. His undefeated UFC record? Gone. With his loss, the so-called fighting nerds have now all tasted defeat. The hype? Cracked. The reality? Brutal.
É só isso aqui. Corte aqui do olho. Bom, infelizmente ontem a emoção foi mais alta. Tava indo bem no segundo round ali, acabei indo pra cima com tudo, a vontade de sair na mão. Enfim, então essa responsabilidade é toda minha dessa derrota. Fomos três fight nights que perdeu em seguida. Então os três devem estar cometendo erros parecidos. Então, com certeza vamos fazer uma reunião, eu, Caio, o Ruf, e achar isso e melhorar. Quem gosta ou não, sinto muito, mas a gente vai voltar.
And just when you thought the weekend couldn't get any wilder, Terence Crawford walked into the ring with everything to prove, moving up 2 weight classes, facing Canelo. The odds were stacked, but by round 3, the crowd knew. This wasn't just a fight, it was a clinic. Crawford became a 3-division undisputed champion, and the reactions poured in. Bilal Muhammad. Crawford did it. Aljo. Bud did that. Even Derek Brunson said, I had it 118 to 110. Easy. MMA guru? Canelo hasn't looked the same since 2021. Zahabi? He just beat an all-time great, age 37, up 14 pounds. And at the post-fight press conference, Crawford shut the doubters down. Y'all said Canelo was too big. We're the same size, and I was stronger.
You know, me and him is practically almost the same height. I'm a little taller. My arms longer than him. You know, he got a little wider frame, but he's a little shorter. But all in all, you know, we're around the same size. So by y'all saying, oh, Canelo's this massive size, it was kind of like disrespect. Then when y'all see me weigh in, then y'all say, oh, well, they not the same. It's not a big difference.
All right, and lastly then, what was his power like? Have you been hit by anybody that strong before?
I've been hit harder.
No, in a real fight, not a sparring.
In a real fight.
Mike dropped. Ilia Topuria might be UFC's newest lightweight champ, but now he wants to box. At a press conference in Spain, he admitted he hasn't even started negotiations for his next UFC fight, but he's already talking about facing Paddy, Arman, or Gaethje.
Hello, Philia, Pablo Cool for your MMA Corner. Regarding the 3 possible lightweight rivals that are being talked about the most, they would be Pad Pimley, Carmen Sarukian, and Justin Gigi. You said that you don't know who your rival will be, but I wanted to ask you who you think deserves it the most, and also, which fight would you like to have the most? I really don't care which of the 3 I'm going to face, it's simply a matter of agreements with the UFC. We haven't really entered into negotiations about my next fight either, but as soon as they call me, they always choose the name and I don't care. We'll go with
whoever wants to.
And yes, he wants Dana White to let him box in the near future. Why? Because after what Crawford just did, everyone's eyeing crossover greatness. From Diego's elbow to Silva's fall, from Crawford's dominance to Topuria's dream. This weekend proved one thing: fighting doesn't just happen in the cage. It happens in headlines, in locker rooms, in press conferences, and on Twitter, where the real battles never end. What do you think? Should Diego Lopes get the rematch with Volk? Did Crawford officially pass Canelo on the GOAT list? And will Topuria ever make it to the boxing ring? Drop your thoughts below, hit that like button if you're enjoying the chaos. And don't forget to subscribe. We bring the fire every fight night. Until next time, stay sharp.